Hi everyone, thank you for joining today's webinar where we're going to introduce Orchestra from Planisware. My name is Peter O'Neill. I head up TPG, the project group in the UK and Ireland, and I'm joined today by Jericho Meyer from Planisware, who's one of the key account managers here in the UK.
Good afternoon everyone. My name is Jericho, a key account manager for Planisware. Today's session we are going to focus on Planisware Orchestra. But beforehand, I'd like to introduce Planisware as a company to everyone. Planisware is a global provider of software solutions for project portfolio management. Planisware solutions are specifically designed to support product development, engineering, and IT business processes. Now, for more than 25 years, Planisware has been helping its customers to achieve strategic and innovative excellence, make valid business decisions, and increase portfolio value. Today, over 1,000 companies worldwide rely on Planisware products to manage their projects, resources, and portfolios. It is the only privately owned software in this market, boasting a 98% customer retention rate and a growth of 15 to 20% yearly. As mentioned earlier, being a global provider, we have offices all around the world so that we can support our users anywhere. Lastly, whether it is Forrester, Infotech, or Gartner, Planisware is ranked as a leader and a trendsetter in this space, and we plan on staying here. Focusing on Planisware Orchestra, there are three key areas that our customers are guaranteed to benefit from implementing a solution like Planisware. First, they will increase their efficiency by over 50%. Increasing the visibility and accelerating reporting, improving project governance, and uniting projects, program managers, and experts or beginners. Number two, increase performance. You're able to optimize the use of your resources, share best practices, and build a common culture, benefiting from a single source of truth for the whole organization. And lastly, an increase on added value. This allows you to choose the right projects, strategic projects, and drive the entire project lifecycle in a single solution. I'm now going to hand it over to Peter, who's going to take you through our tool.
So before we start to create a new project in Orchestra, just wanted to mention the homepage that we have on screen here. This is where I can manage activities, projects, and actions that I have to take. I've got a list here, a briefcase of my active projects. I've got alerts, project tasks that are due or overdue. I've got a message here to tell me I've got some timesheets are overdue, and I also get updates in terms of tasks on my projects that may have been completed. So I'm going to start now by creating a brand new project. If I click down here and click on new project, it takes me through to the following standard screen. Jericho is going to talk about how these screens and forms can be tailored to meet your requirements. I can select a template if I have one. I need to give my project a unique code. So something unique and easily to identify. Going to give it a text name. I'm going to be the project manager for this. I'm going to work to a standard calendar. I've got a description field here if I want to put more information around the project. I've got target start and end dates here. I'm going to make this a 90-day project. And then I've got some what we call characteristics. And this can be used to capture things like the business unit, the part of the business that the project belongs to. I've got a hierarchy of organizational entities available. The type of project that it might be. I'm going to make this an IT software project. And yeah, they're just that's the basic information I'm capturing on this project. And I'm going to click on create, and that'll take me through to the next page. So this page here shows the overall project and what's going on with the project. And very interestingly, here on the right, we've got a stream of all the activities that are happening on this project. Every single change that is actioned on this project will be logged here, and it's really useful from an audit perspective, but not just from an audit perspective, but also just to track where you're at and what you've just done. So I've also got a landing page here. I can put in, for example, a message. So I can say that we've put in a message to everybody involved in the project to say expecting sign off this week. So this is a message that will greet everyone who connects into the project. They'll see that here on the home page, and that can be updated as daily, weekly, as each major event on the project comes up. So we'll keep coming back to this page just to see where we're at. I'm next going to click on to schedule. Now we have a number of default views in the schedule. We can go with a list of tasks and Gantt. We can just go with a list view, or we can go with just a Gantt view. I prefer to work with this particular view. So I'm going to put in here my first task as sign off, and we'll go with a start date there. That is going to be a milestone, so I need to take that duration down to 0. Early days with this project, so I'm just going to keep it high level, and that will be a 60-day duration task, and it's very simple for me to link these tasks. So after sign off, we move into the work, and we've established that link, and then we have go live, and again that's going to be a milestone, 0 duration, and we simply connect end of the do some work to the go live, and we start to build up our schedule as you see on the screen. So now we've got our schedule. Next thing we're going to do is start this project workflow. So we're going to kick that off. We can add any comments to the approvers. In this case I'm the admin, so I'm just going to kick it straight off, and back in the project homepage you can see our feed has been updated to say that we've completed the sign off milestone, and also our project is off and running and in progress. So just to recap, what we've done is navigated around the home dashboard in Orchestra, created a brand new project, captured some project metadata, built a basic schedule, and come back and forth and referred to our feed in terms of the activity on the project. We've also moved the project through some of the initial workflow stages and are now able to progress and take that project further. I'm now going to hand over to Jericho, who's going to show you some more advanced features. Thank you.
We're now going to turn our focus on customizations in Planisware Orchestra. In Planisware Orchestra, providing that you're the administrator, we're able to customize items on most of the pages in Planisware Orchestra. To show this, I'm going to focus on creating an attribute and including it in our project details. On any page, if you see this icon, this will tell you that it is fully customizable by your administrator. When I click on it, it will take me through to our Orchestra Designer. Our Orchestra Designer is a new point-and-click configuration system which offers you the freedom to customize your application by adapting to your challenges, your methods, and processes. There's no need for advanced technical knowledge. You can create new objects, additional fields, or new workflows in a few simple clicks. To explain this a little bit, we're currently in our front end of our tool. So we can see the field group, identification, scheduling, and characteristics. This is a reflection of our project form details. So we could see the identification, scheduling, and so on. Going back to the Orchestra Designer, in order to add a new attribute, we first need to create the attributes. And to do this, we need to go to the back end of our tool, the data module management. In here, we can see there are already 277 attributes. So we are going to create a new attribute to add to our form. And here we can create an attribute and we can add an ID. Let's say internal. And then create a label, which would be our question. And it's this internal project. And then we can choose what type it is. Could be a Boolean, a date, a decimal number. It would be, choose an enumeration. And we can add two values. Like after this, we can simply click Create and apply these changes. Now, the tool is loading the attributes into our tool. And then we are able to then add these attributes into our project form. So we can choose to add it on identification, scheduling, or characteristics. So we can look at that. Then we can add the fields. And then we can look for our attributes. Channel. Just look for it or type it. Channel. Okay, so the tool has already searched, and then this is our label, and then we can choose whether we'd like a radio button or a single selection drop-down list. We'll choose this one. And then we also have the option to make it a mandatory fields for our project managers to fill in or not. In this instance, I will just leave it as blank. Now that I've created the attributes, I can then apply these changes onto our project. Now it's loading it up. Once it applies, we can then go back into our project form, refresh the application. We can now see our new attributes added into our project form. This is how easy it is to manage and create attributes and workflows in Planisware Orchestra. I'm now going to focus on reporting in Planisware Orchestra. In Planisware Orchestra, you can report at any levels, whether it's project, program, or portfolio level. In this session, we're going to focus at a project level. Utilizing the dynamic elements in our homepage, I am able to dive into a project that I'm currently involved in right away. I've arrived at a project landing page. The project landing page is a dashboard, which is a consolidation of data from the project WBS and from the different modules, such as the staging gates, schedule, costed load, etc. Now, the dashboard is fully customizable and widgets can be added easily. You can create and manage different templates, and you can use this as a reporting. You're able to export this on Excel or in CSV formats. We're now going to focus on project status reports. Now, project status reports can be created using a dedicated feature called Flash Reports. A Flash Report is a snapshot of your project at a specific time. The Flash Report is very useful as you can quickly communicate your project progress to your manager, your team members for regular views on a weekly basis, for instance. It is used to see the project status and take the necessary actions according to the results, and it measures the potential drifts and trends of the project to track. Let's now look at how we can create a new Flash report. Now, when you create a Flash report, all metrics data are automatically created and historized. The metrics are then completed by comments, so we can add comments, summary, highlights, issues, and next steps. Our project manager still have the ability to change the schedule, whether on track, off track, and they're able to contextualize what really is happening in their project. Afterwards, we can create and post this report, allowing us to share to all our project team members and also to our stakeholders. We're also able to tag people to inform them that there are new flash reports. Finally, after creating our new flash reports, we're able to also export this on PowerPoint or PDF formats for external users. This is an example of our reports, which will, in a couple of clicks, allow us to create and share with other external members.